Imagine a world where boundaries blur between reality and fiction, with Mikhail Gorbachev leading the charge. Gorbachev didn't just challenge political norms, he dared to break the fourth wall in storytelling. "Tear down that fourth wall," he exclaimed, inviting us into a new era of engagement. His metaphorical call wasn't for Berlin alone. It was a clarion call to storytellers and audiences alike. Engage directly, break barriers, and foster a dialogue. Gorbachev's words echo in the halls of creativity. As storytellers, it's our turn to tear down that fourth wall, inspired by Gorbachev's daring challenge. Join us in this creative revolution. Tear down the walls that confine your stories. Share, like, and subscribe for more inspiration.
Just king, great king. People error, people king, big, just king, king. Happy, many down, many jack, king from right. Just new king, big, great, can, new, happy. The owls are not what they seem, the owls. People very just king, great king. People error, people king, big, just king, king. Happy, many down, many jack, king from right. Just new king, big, great, can, new, happy. The owls are not what they seem. The owls are not what they seem. The owls, people very just king, great king. People error, people king, big, just king, king. King, happy, many down, many jack, king from right. Just new king, big, great, can, new, happy. The owls are not what they seem, the owls.
Chris Howard says, I haven't yet found a plausible connection between the king and the owls. This is a Grimgris stream. Chicoms debunked. Blue Church, fifth generation warfare. That might be a stretch, as it turns out, but here we are. I am currently battling off a biological attack. And as you can see by the Ko-Fi link at the top of the Hive Mind chat, I'm doing an experiment where your Ko-Fi donations are interpreted by me as something that warms the cockles of my heart, which increases my immune resistance to this cold biological weapon currently attacking me. It's a scientific study-ish. Ish. But if you've been watching recently, you know that I've been featuring Chicoms, Professor Xiang from Beijing, from the Predictive History Channel. I've got the debunking information for you on the stream, as well as I don't know if Corbett Report is Blue Church. She's like the Blue Church side of the conspiracy theorists, though, right? Special thanks to the Shadow Cabal. So say we all. Yes, hit it. Hit that like button. Morning, Jessup. Morning, Jessup. Okay, we'll do saving throws versus mind control because people are trying to persuade you, you know. And if you have a savings throw against that mind control, maybe you only take half damage. But to get the savings throw, you must choose how you will resist the mind control. Then that choice is either survival, your will to survive, social, your social networks, wisdom, your accumulated wisdom, or heart, the power of your heart. It's a simple choice, really. But you should probably really choose. When you focus, 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 choose. Survivalist Prime 19 today. Look at you, so fancy. Socialist. Boy, howdy, I hope you got your bonuses. That's just a 4, one for each chamber. Lovers of Wisdom. 15. We don't really have anything fancy. We say for 15. So, Heart folks, there's a Prime 17 on your plate. Half damage for you. And the Indigo Kids pairing it up with the Heart folks for a Prime 17 as well. 2 primes seems less impressive than no primes.
Broken family. Broken family. Shut up. Broken family. Shut up.
In case you missed it, our good friend Avriel Pilison streamed this Saturday and has released on my channel a beautiful compilations of deaths. It might be too much for you, but here's an important one.
My stuff on
Before I
talking about yoga, talking about spandex.
Yeah, I know. God, this is not helping ass.
It's helping me.
I'm done. So the fall of man is caused by a vegetarian because of a vegetarian diet.
Mm-hmm.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The fall of man was caused by a vegetarian diet. This is how I steer. This is me chasing this net, you know. Yeah. This is how I steer. Yeah. This is me chasing this net, you know. Yeah. In other news, over on the Neo Daedalus channel tonight, in a mere 7 hours at 5 p.m. Central Time, we'll be premiering the Worldly News Tonight, Episode 6. Episode 6, that's very exciting. Yesterday, Ron Copperman made an appearance for Solstice with this.
Going back on the space alien ship to be an emissary, and he finally cracked the code of the language, and it goes, the title of the book was How to Serve Humans. And How to Serve Humans. And then they're like, oh, this is great. They're serving. And then he's like, finally, there's a moment. He's like, it's a cookbook. Golly.
We all know that there is no agency any living gent can see doing what is right for me. Is lifting up my bro so he can grow some eyes to see that doing what is right for me increases all our agency.
How do you say? There it is. There it is. My cat rolled a D20 the other day and got a nat 20. Can you get a +1 for your cat's roll? No, the cat is getting one against you. You probably take it to vet or something. I don't. Yes, you can have a +1 because your cat rolled a nat 20. Who am I? This is a Grimgris stream. Chicoms debunked. Blue Church 5th generation warfare. We're not there yet. I was trying to play a Ron clip, but that wasn't the right one. Maybe it's this.
Translate it. And one of the translators, I think, was going back on the space alien ship to, I'm like, you should go read I wonder, so, all right, so the only hope is that there are people, Grimm and others, I don't know who else, are kind of like, how do they put it, like writing on the walls of the AI mind and leaving.
Remember it. There is no agency. We want to walk past.
That wasn't the damn clip either. It was the part about hippies in the back. You think the problem might be that no. All right, well, how about this one? All right. You think the problem might be we haven't done any of the cards for the show yet, but Ron was doing a solstice report about the AI, and the video that he was referencing was this one from Pajot and Left Brain, Right Brain, Ian McGilchrist, that I haven't been able to watch. However, I present to us all now, after the casino deck card for the show, the 7 of clubs, the 33rd minute.
If you had a foreign government and you had spies in your country, and that foreign government through the spies was trying to influence the pattern of being in the nation without you knowing that it's happening, right? It's kind of happening without and it's actually serving another master, right? It's not serving your good, it's serving something else's good. And so you can understand, like, if you had a police force and you had a corrupt police officer, that corrupt police officer that's trying to siphon the energy of the police force for his own greed would be something like an alien intelligence, right? That's kind of the way that I understand it. And I think that this is, of course, one of the biggest issues with what's happening with AI is that I saw the interview between Tucker Carlson and Sam. It was very contentious, very frustrating. But Tucker kept asking Sam Altman, what is the moral framework of your machine? That is, he was saying, what does...
Oh, good. Up next, we have one that I'm personally going to have a lot of fun with. There's a guy over on X called Kale.
Phones and pot and mind control.
And he was like, man, this guy really sums up how I feel about the AIs. Check it out. And so I did. Of course. I checked it out. The Jux deck card of the show, is this one. Oh, hey, how you doing, pal? I didn't even do that on purpose. I know you'd think I did it on purpose, but So anyway, that's fun. That's fun. Here we have this that Kale brings us.
This is the challenge we're facing right now that is set to grow. Complacency, laziness, being frankly entertained to death. This is the world of Huxley, the world of a brave new world. And this is the thing I think is worth being concerned about more than almost.
You know, sir, what I think is worth being most concerned about is the following. How when one carefully observes your behavior here, you do this thing with your camera where it zooms in all the time, like every change in your sentence, you're fucking with the zoom on your thing there. And it's like we're sitting across the table from each other, and you're always going, and it's very disconcerting, and I hate, stop it. You don't always have to make an entrance in style, but that's the right way to do it. Hello to Upcycle Club as we get to the Chicoms Debunked portion of this stream. Thank you very much. Brought to you by the Cypress deck card of the show. This one. The Five of Clubs. But before we debunk the Chicoms, it just so happens that as I begin my coverage of the fellow, he gets to his magnum opus, which he calls the Secret History hashtag and Pax Judaica. He draws a lot of stuff on the board. It ends up looking like this. It's very exciting. But one of the key hypotheses of his worldview being presented in these Chicoms is that the secret societies not only continue to exist and rule, but they share an eschatology, an end of the world scenario preferences.
Still a long time away. But the Frankists believe that the Messiah has already come, right? Sometimes Zevi. And then you have Jacob Frank. So they believe that, first of all, the Messiah is already here, okay? Which means that the war can start. Second thing that they believe is that you don't wait for God to intervene. You can accelerate the Messianic age by sinning, right? Because by sinning, what you're doing is you are defying Satan. It's Satan who created this world. And by sinning, you're defying his laws, you're defying his authority, and this will create more chaos, and you will reveal how evil this world is. You will accelerate the collapse, okay, which will force God to intervene. And then during the Messianic age, what will happen is material pleasure. Okay, so rather than everyone being spiritual and pure, we'll have a lot of sex. We will have feast. We will live.
So, but not only the Frankist eschatology, he goes on to add that the Christian Zionist eschatology also lines up nicely.
Or wherever that, and so you can be tracked, you can be monitored. Okay, so basically an AI surveillance system. Okay, so this is what the Messianic age of the Jews will look like, but it's the Antichrist system. And eventually what will happen is that the people will rebel against Israel, and this will lead to something called the War of Gog and Magog. Okay? And when it seems as though Israel is about to be defeated in the battle of Armageddon, okay, what will happen is that Jesus will return. Jesus will return.
All right, we got Zepp out here saying I have video evidence of my cat rolling the nat 20. If that were true, you would be TikTok rich by now. You would already be TikTok rich. Or it's completely staged. Yes, the Battle of Armageddon. Armageddon. As you can see, he says the AI will end up being led out of Israel, which is, given their tech advancement, it is sure surprising we haven't heard anything about their AI program. But deep within the bowels of this man's lecture series, I have found all the evidence you need to completely disregard everything he says. And that I shall present to you. Debunking video.
So what happened was that they didn't have blueprints, they didn't have computers, but they had the imagination. So they could see the building of the pyramid in their heads. And what they did was they actually built it from the inside out. Okay? All right? So again, it's hard for us to imagine that they would do this because it's like, wait, you don't have a pen, so you couldn't write it down. You don't have a computer, so you can process all the information. They did it all in their heads. And that's the power of the human imagination. Okay? All right. And as you can see, it was a massive undertaking, huge organization. It took about 20 years and lots of people. And then the question then is, how were they able to organize in such a manner? And the answer again is empathy, the imagination. Someone had a vision, and this vision was so compelling that everyone knew exactly what part to play. Okay? Also, what's really important is that in school, you're taught that the pyramids were built because the pharaoh is God, and there's a tomb for the pharaoh, okay? That's really insulting to the Egyptian people. Like all cultures, the pharaoh wanted what's best for his people. Okay, so the pharaoh would, in his lifetime, undertake a lot of public works projects. Okay, including canals. Okay, so the pyramids were just a public works project, a temple.
Oh, and so much for Chicoms having anything worthwhile to say.
Using one of the following words.
Oh, hello there, Risen. Hello there, Risen. And a howdy to Joe Kraus with using the channel member emoji powers. Risto Tube says, Grim, have you read that Hideous Strength? I've tried to, I've tried to, and I've discovered therein, therefore, that I need the reading glasses now because I've aged into decrepity. And despite having a copy right over there and trying to read it for the channel members as premier member content, I need reading glasses first. But no, I have not, Risto. But it's a work in progress there. That particular branding is special to my heart because of telomeres. But now, having debunked the Chicoms and delivered, therefore, then on the title, what's left is to deliver this, therefore, on the Blue Church 5th Gen Warfare, for which we get the Blue Church card of the show. This one. Wow, that Black Joker making an appearance. Good to see you too. That 2-in-1 show. How about that? What I'm calling, therefore, then the Blue Church 5th Gen Warfare is this man, this Corbett Report fellow, releasing your quote unquote guide to 5th Gen Warfare as I don't think he's read Church, right? And he's talking about 5th Gen Warfare. So there, close enough by the Joker card of the show. Here's why where the difference lies, I think.
Yes, the enemy will come after you, but they are already dominating you in more ways than any one person can fully understand. That doesn't stop just because you comply with their demands or take part in their system. We must stop playing their game. We must stop fighting their war. We must stop ceding our power, our authority, our time, our attention, our energy, and our resources to engaging the enemy in their terms on their battlefield. We must create our own parallel society on our own terms.
And we must create our own parallel society. And then when the other society gets tired of us, they'll use all these genetic warfare techniques, like the aerosol sprays with the central nervous system accumulation stroke out thing you talked about earlier in the show to get rid of the parallel society. So, but it is, for those of you who didn't get enough of an explanation of what 5th Gen Warfare is out of my discussion with Jordan Hall, this sort of delivers and will serve as today's
The list? Yes, any of the first level ones.
I'm gonna get a soda. Anyone want one? Hey, Graham, I'm not in the room, right?
What room? I want to cast magic missile.
The room where he's casting all these spells from.
He hasn't cast anything yet. I am, though, if you'd listen. I'm casting magic missile. Why are you casting magic missile? There's nothing to attack here. I'm attacking the darkness.
Changing nature of warfare are your thing, then there's plenty of reading for you to do on the subject, from the Handbook of 5GW, a 5th generation of war, to a slew of academic articles. But for the purposes of this presentation, I'm not interested in that debate. In fact, we're going to use a decidedly non-academic definition of 5th generation warfare from an Al Jazeera article as our starting point. The basic idea behind this term, 5GW, is that in the modern era, wars are not fought by armies or guerrillas, but in the minds of common citizens.
Although this world will devastate you, and rejoice although this world will penetrate you, and rejoice although you will not survive. Rejoice you'll never make it out alive.
Excellent rehearsal, gentlemen.
And rejoice, your hair, it smells like burning hair. Oh, rejoice, your nails all got chewed off. Oh, rejoice, and holy fuck, you're bleeding there. Oh, rejoice, you burn your whole beard off.
despite the fact this world will hurt you. And rejoice despite the fact this world will kill you. And rejoice despite the fact this world will tear you to shreds. Rejoice because you're trying your best.
Hey, I love that one. That's gorgeous. Thank you, brother. Wait, who's that brother?
Andrew Jack.
The war is for your mind and for your heart and maybe even for your very soul. It's certainly for control over what you buy things with and total surveillance. It's also about that. However, we are in it together, and that gives us the power of being virtually not alone. And since I'm sick, I might not be on tomorrow. But you do have savings close to get you through the week. And here's a lovely train.